Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Give it. Oh, actually, no. We should start with Lulen and Strand, so you know what they did, because that happened. Like, it's at the same time, but like it happened.
I know what they did.
Oh,
We got so much done, but not really.
Yeah, we got so much done. Definitely.
My
We
computer.
did, though.
That's true. You did listen to the session, but we usually do a recap anyway. Okay, it's for everyone, not just you.
So true, bestie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys go first.
So we were like, oh my God, what are we going to do today? And after some long considerations and being told off because that's not what we said that we were going to do.
I'm so sorry. I've never... I don't know what came over me.
Yeah, you were like, wait. No.
I've never been so railroady in my life.
It's okay. Sometimes you gotta do it.
I had so much panic. But I specifically asked you guys what you were going to do next session so that I could prep.
That was with Aphelion being there in mind.
We were like, we
It's
can't go to the Grey
fine.
Ladies without Aphelion, because Aphelion is affiliated with them, so it would be unfair of us to go without him.
You got some exposition about Aphelion without him there. It was fine.
It was perfect. We had some gossip. But we decided to try and get that puppy for Valencia nailed down.
Normal ass dog.
So we went to Collier and was like, hey, Collier, you got any puppies? And Collier was like, I mean, yeah, but you gotta help me birth them. And we were like, but what if it's for like a random kid? And Collier was like, oh, it's that fucking princess, isn't it? Tell her to get her ass down here and just fucking pet the mum's head. Like, it's not hard. So we were like,
Miracle of birth.
yeah. So we were like, you know what, sure. Collier said something sus about how the dogs are constantly able to have puppies, but we kind of brushed that under the rug.
Whenever.
As we should.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Obviously.
So we went and found Princess Valencia and her brother, Prince Cleric. We basically followed a servant and knocked on their door and was like, hey, do you want a puppy? And Valencia was like, oh, of course I want a fucking puppy. Invited
Come
us
in.
in. Yeah, very chill. Has a magic fey mirror into a fucking meadow with a unicorn or some shit. It was like, a fellow royal, you also have one of these, don't you? I was like, yeah, definitely.
Of course.
Of course.
Naturally.
Why wouldn't I? That's such a weird question. But we told her the plan and we were like, hey, Collier says just go pet the dog's head. And she was like, yeah, but those dogs are fucking weird. They cloned them. It's not natural. And like, look at them. That's not a real dog. I want a normal dog. And we were like, shit. Well, you need to give us time on that. And she was like, oh, well, I can pull a favor to teleport you to wherever you need to go. And we were like, we'll hold on to that for later. So we left. Mary came out into the corridor and was like, what the fuck are you two doing in the corridor? And we were like, don't even worry about it.
Mary did not use that type of language. Thank you very much.
Mary would fucking never. Fuck you.
Not yet.
Give her a couple
Not
years.
yet. Yeah,
Give her a
yeah,
couple
exactly.
years. Yeah. But we
With
went
the way that we
in.
talk to her, it's not going to take long.
So we went into the room and Mary was like, I could paint a dog. And we were like, well, then the dog won't be permanent. So, and then Mary had the amazing idea to try and mentally command Sable to steal one from the sheltered market.
A+.
A+.
1000%.
So to make sure that it went smoothly, Lulen asked Strand to sending Twyla and basically be like, hey, ignore the fucking dog. Just take it out of my paycheck, please. And Twyla was like, what the fuck? Okay, fine.
In those words, exactly.
yeah, in those words, exactly. So we obviously didn't see, but Sable fucked her stealth check royally, but then passed lockpicking the fucking cage and then managing to pick up a puppy and run out with it. So, you know, A+.
Called her a mom.
So Lulen has to pay for damages for the cage as well as the puppy. But it's fine. It's fine. Sable is running as fast as she can to the court with the puppy and also stopping for breaks to feed the puppy as per Mary's orders. So we're like, awesome, cool, we've got that sorted. Let's go see the Grey Ladies to see if we can get a tailor to get our outfits sorted. Fab. We went to the Grey Ladies and they were like, oh, Aphelion's not with you. And we were like, nah. And they was like, yeah, well, he's doing good with his weaving, except he keeps trying to add stars to the fucking tapestry. What an idiot. And we're like, oh, that's certainly something. We're just gonna not for now. We were like, do you guys know of a tailor? And they were like, oh, mirror, what the fuck? Where the fuck is my
mirror on the fucking wall?
You definitely did not say mirror, because that would make the riddle irrelevant.
It would have been kind of funny though. Wow, oh fuck. Okay, yeah, always tells the truth, shows everything it sees, and comes in all shapes and sizes. So we clocked on that it was probably a mirror. And Lulen very respectfully, and they did it because they respected her for no other reason, asked two servants to go get us a hand mirror and like a wall mirror. And they very calmly very calmly went and got us some mirrors.
All I'm hearing is facts.
You know, yeah. So looked into one of the mirrors and said the name that the Grey Ladies gave us, and we don't know that name at all, obviously, of Miss Moonflower.
Mayflower.
And then Moonflower. Wait.
Moonflower.
It's Moonflower.
You guys were saying fucking Mayflower.
May.
It's Miss May Moonflower.
Insane. Okay.
Birdie, I created this ending.
I know you did.
A year ago.
I know you did.
Yeah, so Miss May Moonflower. And then the fucking handheld glass started writing shit. And we were like, oh, that's a bit weird. And it was like, oh, come talk to me alone. And it was like, which one of us? It was like, you, bitch. I was like, okay. Oh, well, that's not weird at all. Promise Mary that I'll be fine. Lulen will be fine. Lulen will scream if she needs help. Went into the other room where it was like, I miss you. Come see me. It was like, that's not ominous, but sure. Fuck it. We enter the mirror dimension. And who's there but this gorgeous shadow fae in this pretty dress being like, oh my god, Lulen! Oh my god, you're here! And it's like, who the fuck are you? I think you have the wrong person. Oh, you look different. That's an odd form to choose. It's like, choose? Bitch, I'm a shadow fae. What are you on about? And it's like, very quickly, the conversation got depressing and basically ended in what I surmount to Miss May Moonflower cursing Lulen to see her fucking changeling form in the mirror.
Yes.
Because that's fucked up. But Lulen left, a little uncomfy, but Lulen left and went back to the room and handed the mirror to everyone so that they could get their clothes of choice. And I believe that's where we ended our session.
Hey,
Yeah.
okay. Am I doing...
Let's play a little bit and then we'll do your recap, okay?
Oh, okay. I was like, do I need to do full spoilers or like...
We'll play a little bit.
Aphelion went for a walk.
Yeah.
That's your
All right, so in between our sessions, all of you whispered what you would like for your dresses, and is it vestments is the word used? Described your outfits to
Birdie.
Bird and Miss May Moonflower inside the mirror. In the morning, when you wake, they'll be piled underneath the mirror. But in the wee hours, not that time really has that kind of effect on this shadow realm, Aphelion has not made it back.
Oh, whoops.
Mary and Strand are both well asleep at this point. But Lulen, you're a trancer. It's already been past the 4 hours of your trance, but you hear movement in the hallway and then a knock at your door.
Very cautiously, Lulen would get up and from behind the door go, "Who is it?"
There's more movement than Aphelion. What's going on the other side of the door?
Aphelion's just standing there. He's quiet. He's just...
You're still faced with that closed door.
Yeah.
But you heard Lulen call out to you.
He'd just say a quick, "It's me," not really saying much. There's nothing wrong with his tone of voice. He's just quiet.
Right. Yeah. Immediately at the "It's me," Lulen would open the door like a quizzical look.
Sorry, were you going to say something?
I was just going to comment on you arriving back at such a late hour. What have you been up to?
I was...
Any new scars?
No. No new scars. Aphelion, nods his head and says, "It is quite late, huh? I took a walk and enjoyed...
Long walk.
It was. I quite enjoyed the fresh air. The grass was really nice."
Right. What, did you get concussed in the grass or something? What's going on?
I bet he did. I'm not here.
I love you.
Do you want me to put you in your bed?
I mean, you can. I don't know how necessary it is, but go for it.
You're so fucking funny, Adam. Oh my god, I wish. Was that supposed to be a sex joke? I took it as a sex joke.
It was, yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Where were we? I took a long moment and I rested in the grass. It was quite nice. I also grabbed a snack from the kitchen. It wasn't anything huge.
Right. Lumen's gonna point and message. Is this a call for help? What's going on?
Aphelion will give you a weird look and message back this is not a cry for help. I was in the grass. Out loud, he sighs and he says, "I was avoiding Kolya. Thanks."
Kolya moved on rather quickly. You didn't need to avoid Kolya.
Aphelion gives Lulen a look that says, "Are you fucking kidding me? Of course I did. Of course I had to avoid Kolya."
No, he was immediately distracted by the... Lulen looks back and walks into the hallway and shuts the door. His quality of the breakfast. But I would have assumed, because you were coming back so late, you would have wanted to go get some rest, not... looks at the door, looks back at Ophelia.
I was coming back really late and I just needed to check in.
Okay, see, you're saying that everything's fine, but you're acting like something happened.
Lulen, nothing happened. I'm sorry that I'm a little stressed and needed to check and make sure that you were okay. I'm sorry. Fuck.
Oh, all right. Well, we're all right. What are you stressed about? the feast at the end of the week?
Yes, everything. The Kolya thing. I mean, how am I supposed to look at him anymore?
What do you mean?
How am I supposed to? I almost broke my word.
Well, you didn't, though.
I almost did.
Well, if you did, it would be more understandable, but you didn't, so I'm sure Kolya's fine. Oh, we made a headway on that mission from the Grey Ladies. Another reason why we know Kolya's fine. Went and discussed about some puppies. Was a complete dead end, but I tried to sweeten the deal by giving him a bottle of wine, and he thought I was trying to court him. So he's fine. He's fine.
You went without me?
We were right there, so we asked. We didn't go and get we didn't go and get the puppy. Sable is coming here with a puppy.
I'm sorry, you didn't think, like, maybe you needed to, I don't know, talk with the only other person besides Strand who's here about some of that stuff? What?
Oh, you walked off. You left. It was just a quick errand to talk about. I didn't
God
realize.
made us do it.
God made us do it.
We had an objective, so we just thought we'd get started on it.
You know, maybe I'm just high strung right now, and that's kind of why I needed to go and take a goddamn fucking rest without being accused of something wrong happening. Maybe it's just that I'm high strung, or maybe it's just like, what the fuck, Lulen? You didn't even think to ask? You didn't even think to find me?
Well, Aphelion, you're a grown person. We have all split up and done tasks here before without having to go tell on each other.
You're just not who you used to be.
Yeah,
Oh boy, that's triggering.
What's going through?
little bitch.
What's going through Lulen's head? How much of that displays in her body language and her face? So what's going on? Yeah.
It was like, confused, okay, stress. That comes out, and Lulen immediately straightens up. Face drops. I see. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint, Aphelion. Maybe it's time you go get some rest. Lulen will open the door.
Fuck you. It's like you don't even trust me anymore. And then Aphelion will turn around. He'll turn around and walk to the other door. But he'll give you a stink eye. Like one long...
At the closed door.
Yeah. One long look at the door. And then he'll go and sit on his bed to rest. And while he's doing that, he'll summon a mage hand and do some like self-soothing motions with the mage hand. You know, play with his hair, pet his shoulder. It's really sad to look at, like, patting, you know, like giving yourself a hug kind of thing. Real upset.
Lulen, as you're like settling, you know, just sitting on your bed, getting ready to do some light activity, make an insight check about that encounter.
Yeah, of course. I'd love to. Ugh.
Oh,
Let's... Fuck it. Probably should save it for the feast, but let's use the DM inspiration on that.
I love it. Yeah.
please do.
Woo.
Hey.
Okay.
Woo! Woo! I was so worried that was a 6 for a second.
While Aphelion was like waving his hand about, expressing his disapproval of you guys making a decision without him, you notice some like odd slices, cuts on his hand that were still dribbling out a bit of blood.
Ooh.
He's bleeding.
It wasn't the color you expected, since he famously, like other lunar elves, blushes blue.
Not a lunar elf.
Shadow elves. Sorry.
Thank you.
Same thing.
You guys got the same color blood at least. My bad. But yes, it wasn't blue. It was bright yellow.
Ooh. Lulen sits there
Oh
and
my god.
At first, she had like her head in her hands, and then she actually, uses her brain. Goes, wait a fucking second. Hold up. What the fuck was that?
Right.
Lulen's going to point through the wall at where I know Aphelion's bed is. Cast message. Go, why is your blood yellow?
You hear back, it's white? It's white? Question mark?
Can't point back. It goes, look at your hands. It's yellow.
Is it? Give me a second.
Let's point back. Is it?
Aphelion looks at his hands. Do you message him again? He doesn't say much for a little bit.
At no response, Lulen will, it's like texting one room over. Oh, you left the door open. Perfect. I mean, bad move, but...
Aphelion is looking down at his hands. It's like there is like gold blood on his hands, and he kind of like stands up and his hand shakes a little, and he grabs you by the shoulder and walks out the door.
Oh, okay. I just shut it.
He opens up the door and shuts it again, like takes you out of the room.
Yeah.
And is going towards your room. Strand's asleep.
So is
I don't
Mary.
know how much longer?
Oh shit! Shit, Mary's asleep. Okay,
You can talk in the hallway.
we can talk in the hallway.
It's probably not well advised, but we could talk in the hallway.
You whisper to me?
More
No, whisper.
rumors about Aphelion and the Black Prince is a good thing for us.
Oh, fuck. So Aphelion says, just message me with the cantrip, please.
Point. Go, what the fuck?
I don't fucking know what it is, and I don't want to fucking talk about it, okay? I don't ever want... If you even bring it up again, I swear to God, Lulen. I swear to
I'm
the
casting
fucking
detect
stars.
thoughts.
Oh, shit. Oh, no.
I'm doing surface thoughts only currently.
Oh, shit. Okay. Your surface thoughts.
Does somebody have the amulet that's protection against detection?
Oh, wait.
Oh
You
my
do.
fucking God. Oh my
my God.
Oh my fucking God. It bounces off, and Aphelion's amulet lights up. And out loud, you hear him say, "What the fuck, Lulen?
What the fuck, Aphelion?
You just don't fucking trust me. What is
No,
it?"
I don't. Why are you... point out of courtesy a message. Why are you bleeding that?
I don't want to talk about it, and the longer we talk about it, the more I just... Lulen,
You pulled me out here to talk. So we're talking, and you just proved that I can't trust you because you told me nothing happened. But yet, clearly, something did.
Lulen, I swear to God, Lulen, if we keep up with this conversation, something bad is going to happen.
That is not very reassuring as to the fact that nothing happened.
Lulen, stop.
Fine, but don't try and deflect that I'm the one who's being untrustworthy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Last time I ever told you anything, you fucking forced it out of me in front of the fucking world and everybody in that one fucking road. Sorry if I don't trust you.
I never said to trust me. You're the one who came to change our fates.
Maybe it's not worth changing.
All right. Well, go have fun with your little project then, as that's seemingly the only reason why you are here, if that is your opinion.
Fuck you.
Fine.
Rough. Rough.
Love you, buddy.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was a bit
Love you,
intense.
buddy.
Let's
Love
have a
you, buddy.
check-in.
I love you.
Okay. Now that we've had that scene play out, why don't you give us a Full recap of what happened on Monday in our mini session.
Okay, so I will skirt around certain details. Details that Aphelion doesn't know, and only I, Birdie, know out of character. I will be avoiding those details, I think. So, Aphelion was walking, genuinely taking a walk, and avoiding Kolya because he feels like he fucked up really badly. He just, 1 second, he is on that walking, just clearing his head, and the next second, he is in the back of his own mind and not in control. Everything outside that is happening is muffled, and it's as if it's coming through as if Aphelion is like underwater. Sound is muffled, sight is a little blurry. He doesn't really know what's happening. What he can tell, though, is that his body has just rolled around in the grass and jumped up and down and just lovingly enjoyed the outdoors before running and into the royal kitchen, somehow unimpeded, taking food and just stuffing his mouth with it. Like, absolutely filling his belly, completely making his face a mess because he's eaten very messily. And like, as this sequence of events happens, it is very clear to Aphelion that he is the one not in, like, the person who would be in control right now is clearly the star that he had made a deal with. And so Aphelion is just being taken for a ride at that moment. And through the haze, he feels like his face get prestidigitation, so he's clean again. And the stars walked into some room, picked something up. Maybe it was under a bed. Maybe it was in a teddy bear. I'm not sure.
Oh no.
And he grabbed it in his hand and he crushed it. From crushing it, like, gold flooded from it. And he then turned around and he punched a mirror, and like the shards got into his hand, and Aphelion could feel that pain, but everything else, every other sense was like muffled, and all he really knew at that moment was there's like shards of glass around and his hand hurts. And he's bleeding gold. The star then leaves the room and is walking someplace when Aphelion's body is pulled into a room, and the Black Prince is yelling at him, asking him, "What's going on? What are you doing? Da-da-da-da-da." And it slowly but surely it dawns on to the Black Prince as Aphelion's body doesn't say anything, maybe laughs at him just a little bit. And the Black Prince catches on that this is not Aphelion. And they have some sort of conversation, and Aphelion, from maybe let's say he's like 6 feet under the surface, right? He wants to know what's going on, and he thinks, "I'll give you a day if you let me know what he's saying." And so he is immediately brought closer to the forefront. Maybe he's like only a foot underneath now. And he comes to hear the prince begging, saying like, please just, why won't you help me? Why won't you help me kill Sarastra? The fuck? And Aphelion is like, whoa, confused, confuzzled. And the conversation keeps going for a little bit before the star starts talking about Aphelion, as if Aphelion is the star's pet, the star's doll. The star summons a mage hand and starts petting Aphelion on the head. And Aphelion, in that moment of rage, dispels the mage hand and is able to move and control his body and swipes at the hand, the mage hand in the sky, and dissipates the magic, and then has a very interesting talk with the Black Prince about Sarastra's eating the stars, becoming a star is not worth it. The Black Prince mentioned something like, Aphelion mentioned getting a breeding pair of his dogs for the dude at the bar, and Aphelion just told him straight up literally everything. And the Black Prince was like, WTF? What the fuck? The only way I would do that is if we were like, you were going to. And then both Aphelion and the prince said, steal it back. And Aphelion laughed and then stumbled because he almost lost control. And then, yeah, so the very cute moment. Aphelion was laughing. At one point, Aphelion got shocked. I think it was to help him to be brought back into the front, the driver's seat. But, oh yeah, it was. Yeah, Aphelion swiped at the mage hand and then was shocked into regaining control through pain or some shit. The Black Prince was like, whatever. Okay, I guess we could get you a breeding pair of dogs for that house you bought for other people. But if there's one thing you would like, what would it be? As sort of like a repayment, kind of, is what Aphelion got. And Aphelion was like, I don't know. Something for myself? Yeah. And the Black Prince was like, yeah, be selfish. And Aphelion said, can I get a glass of water?
Oh my god.
And the Black Prince looked at him like he was the stupidest fucking person in the world and was like, I could have gotten you wine, I could have gotten you literally anything, and you asked for a glass of water. But he did get Aphelion a glass of water. And then they start
with water.
I don't know.
You come out of a coma. It's like, water, please.
It was the best. It was the best water Aphelion's ever had. And
a very fancy cup, gold rim.
Yeah. And then they're talking, and I believe this is when they're talking about, like, the stars, and if Sarastra is eating the stars, then what does it say about the stars who are still alive, that she hasn't eaten it? Doesn't that mean that they would be on Sarastra's side? And Aphelion was like, no, but what if they were just allied with something bigger, like the Dusk Queen? And it is at this moment in time that Aphelion loses control in the middle of a very tense conversation, which has gone from sitting down to standing to sitting down again because Aphelion fell like twice. Yeah, we love that. And
Because the star was fighting you.
Because I was fighting the star, yes. Aphelion was fighting the star in his head and kept losing his balance. But Aphelion, at that moment, loses control and is pushed much further back than he was. Like, he was 6, and then he was 1, and then he was like 15 or 20. And he had no idea what was happening. And then he was fed an image, a beautiful image, of the Black Prince's head in his hands. And he was covered in blue and gold blood. And the last thing he saw before just being consumed by the darkness, not given anything, was just him walking out of that room covered in blood still. Yeah, and so that's it for Aphelion.
Woo!
Woo!
Woo.
Woo!
Woo!
Guys ready to go to a party?
Yeah! Can we go to a party, please?
Any questions that you guys have about the mini session? Real quick, before we just like jump right into it.
Yeah, so it wasn't the mention of the Dusk Queen, it was the mention of allied with Sarastra that got him? Or is my memory, like, failing me? I was thinking
No,
really,
you did
really
mention
hard.
the Dusk Queen.
Okay, and then it got really, really mad.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Actually,
no.
Let's put it on the record here. You called her Tits Lulen, Dusk Queen. To him.
The Blackbird said white.
Like, you're spreading it, and I don't appreciate it.
Tits Lulen, the Dust Queen. The Black Prince, what? The unfathomable one,
What?
beheaded.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know. Thank you. I forgot about that.
Blocked it out, did ya?
No, we told Daisy, and I forgot about it.
Ooh, that is interesting, though.
All right, so you guys still have a couple days until the ball. We're not gonna do a scene. Preparing you guys. We're not doing it as a scene. But Aphelion, you did not receive any sound about your encounter with Lulen.
No worries.
So
Yeah,
how
yeah.
are you? How is Aphelion carrying himself the rest of these days heading into the ball?
Immensely anxious. He hasn't spoken at all to anyone ever since that encounter. He doesn't know what happened. All he knows is that Lulen looked really upset, like really upset. And Aphelion didn't cause that, but Lulen might think that he did. I don't know if she's tried to talk to Aphelion about it, but
No,
he's
she's still on cold shouldering this week.
Aphelion is not talking to anyone, and he gets
You're brooding because of our little fight. That's what...
It's a very, like, selectively mute moment where he doesn't even say, excuse me anymore. He doesn't even go like, oh, pardon me, like, normal, soft, someone holds the door open, like, thank you sort of thing. It's just, it's rude and it's anxious. And he shakes really, really badly when he thinks no one's watching.
All right. We shall head into the ball. All right, so it is now the evening? Evening? No, I think this is a whole day affair, to be honest. Time is an illusion anyway. So, you all get ready, head into the royal halls. Anything anyone would like to say to each other? And before we head in, Mary is spinning around in her pink puff sleeve dress. She's ecstatic.
Lulen has positioned herself as far away from Ophelia.
Yeah, you glow stick. Get the fuck out.
Do I clock any of this?
Yeah,
Probably.
It's been days now.
Intense week.
Yeah. It's been days
Aphelion.
now. Everyone's acting weird and yeah.
Aphelion has
I'll roll insight for Mary though. I'll give her advantage because it's been a bit. Oh, she has a -1 and she's still
Okay.
rolling 18.
Good for her.
The adults are fighting, and she knows it.
See,
Yeah.
we love baby. However, my deception is an 18 naturally without.
Okay.
You know what? Actually, you know what? Appropriate advantage.
You're taking away her advantage?
When a creature you can see within 60 feet of you makes an attack roll, an ability check or saving throw with advantage, you can use your reaction to make them make a charisma saving throw, adding the
goodness.
probability die to the DC. On a failed save, the creature loses advantage on that, and one friendly creature you can see within 60 feet has advantage on its next d20 roll of the same type the creature used.
That's rude. Okay.
Oh, poor baby. Mine's just
You use the
passive.
probability dice on a child.
Oh,
Yeah, so that is officially a failure, even without me rolling that probability die. And so it becomes an 18. It's still an 18 flat. However, Lulen has advantage.
Wait, but we already determined that you were gonna that Lulen was gonna pass. It's you that's the problem. I was gonna say that.
Me.
Mary,
I get it. I get the advantage. Thank you. Probably is useless because, baby, I've got a +8 in deception. Okay, it wasn't useless. I got an 18. Ah, fuck. Beats it.
Hey,
well,
Take a
for
mark.
skill checks, it's tie, then no change in status quo, which status quo would have been her not noticing.
Okay.
So,
hey, Livi.
yeah.
Does this count as a successful deception?
Yeah.
I need to
It's
know.
my fault for not making her. It doesn't count for you. Okay, I was going to say, it doesn't count for you. This is a tie. This is a maintain status quo, different than success.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That makes my status now a 25.
You motherfucker.
I'm afraid of you.
too. I'm gonna go sit in silence.
It's my own fault, but I'm afraid of you.
How many fairy toasts did we have?
We have like 6 left. Oh yeah, shit. We should probably fairy toast.
We should, shouldn't we?
Yeah, we need to do 2, I think.
Come on, guys, let's do a group activity. That'll really strengthen our bonds, I'm sure.
Right.
No matter what kind of dice you add, I'm not taking away Strand noticing that there's something going on between you two, okay? Like,
I think
That's okay.
Strand is the type to notice, I think.
yeah,
Yeah, 100%. Your insight is through the fucking roof.
I
Like,
just want to hide it from the baby.
Aphelion hasn't
Yeah.
said good morning to you in 4 days.
oh dear.
All right, should we check in on what everyone's status is?
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll stay on this page during the ball anyway.
Yeah,
It's
fucker.
technically a +8 for me because I'm turning into a fae.
Oh,
Yeah.
so does he hit 15?
I do
Yeah,
hit
he
15.
does.
you do.
15 on the dot.
Is it supposed to be 15 or 16?
I don't know.
Did you already have a +1 on insight?
Yeah, everything has been kept track of.
Okay.
Well,
Got
did
it.
you-
We can spend another wine bottle and re-roll.
Are we fucking getting drunk as fuck outside?
Pre-game.
Pre-game.
Is a score of 15 not enough?
No,
What do I need?
16.
16.
We were spoiled.
No, it's just for in the same room as you guys. He'll still be enjoying the party in another room.
Wait, I have to go sit at the kids' table?
Yeah. In another hall. With Mary. Because Mary can't sit with you guys
I'll
either.
babysit Mary. That's totally fine by
Okay,
me.
okay, you're valid.
And that's like,
You
Hey,
guys
with
can amplify your drama together. That's fine.
Maybe
Mary.
part of the fairy toast gets her up to a 16 though if she gets a +2
no.
from the
If Mary
Can I
drinks
very
the
quickly get one. Can I make a history check on the walls? What stone is it made of? I don't know.
yeah,
Do it.
make a retroactive history check from when you
Oh my
were just
God,
chilling,
no way.
hanging out in the library with Lulen. I should probably ask for more checks than I do.
Four.
Have a bardic. Have a bardic.
Okay.
Throw some probability on there.
Can I give a retroactive probability die?
Yeah, use your resources now for
Wait,
this.
no.
I approve.
Can I get
No. If you do this, I'm taking it away today, okay? How
Oh.
often do you use all your resources anyway? Let's be honest.
Okay,
Come on.
you know that it's not worth
Gimme.
it.
Gimme.
It's not worth it. That's not worth it. Wait, do we need to hit a 10?
Yeah.
I'll roll 2d8. 2d8 it.
Hey!
You get your fucking.
Nice.
So what were you
Indeed.
researching, Strand? What
Fuck
did you feel like reading up on?
Oh boy.
I need
That's good learning in.
Maybe would be reading up on like.
Want to read up on your god?
Sure. I'll read up on Charin. I don't really actually know that much about him, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I got you.
Like, oh wow, they have
I-
literature of my god. What's this?
Yeah,
Oh, he's
of
bald.
course. Yeah, he is actually one of the few gods that is well worshipped here down in the Shadow Realm, as well as on the Light Plains. So that's a pretty big deal.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
People
He's a
worship
neut-
him when they're in the sunshine.
You feel pretty good about, utilizing his staff most of the time, since that's his favorite weapon after all. He also has one. That is actually an oar paddle.
Yes.
Yes.
I wasn't going to be pedantic about it.
Well, it's, statistically a staff, and then he uses it as a walking staff, but it just so happens to be an oar. You find it very interesting, actually, reading about one of his holy objects, which is a needle. This holy needle is kept in the Court of Golden Oak by his priest there in one of his biggest temples in the Shadow Realm. And the story of it goes that a weaver needed passage aboard one of the priest's boats, and they happily took her. And once they reached the other side, she offered the single needle as payment. And since then, it has been one of his holy objects.
Cool. I gotta go buy a needle at some point now.
Yeah, and just her description kind of reminds you a bit of the Grey Ladies, honestly.
Huh. Did we ever get any of the Grey Ladies' names? I assume we didn't.
No, they don't really give out their names.
Interesting.
Okay, there we go.
We did it, guys. I'm a high enough
Did it.
status now.
Nice.
Woo, we're all in the same room.
Woo!
Gave up a bardic, some probability die, but you saved one of your wine bottles instead of re-rolling and
Yeah.
taking the chance. So, And you're letting Mary drink or no?
Of course we're letting Mary drink.
All right, so Mary has. So
It hasn't been every day, you know.
I get some.
Yes, of course. Guys,
Never let me have any
I'm
before.
European. She had some on the first day.
Oh, she
did,
did. I
yeah.
forgot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Guys, this
she's had it, like,
isn't
twice.
such a big deal. Like,
She's 8.
yeah?
It's
It's like a thing that lots of people do.
Yeah.
Same thing
Yeah.
happened when we had German
Yeah.
exchange students at my high school. They were like,
They're like,
German
"Can you drink
exchange
beer?"
student. Yeah, it was like loudly talking about kind of alcohol are we gonna have at this party around teachers, and then all the like American high schoolers were like, "Shh, what? Shh, quiet down." So, culture shock.
Yep.
But anyway, yeah.
A little bit of booze with your meal when you're like 6 years old, like it's a treat.
A treat.
As
like
a
raisins.
treat,
As a treat.
you gotta build the intolerance up young. So you
Don't
can
tell your
go-
mother.
Damn.
No, it's your
It's
mother.
like blasted. Okay, it's like a singular thing.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not a big
like
deal.
it's a little bit of wine with breakfast. That's normal.
Mhm. Monitored by her 3 guardians.
Yeah. Yeah,
Really?
over here you can buy alcohol with a meal as long as you have a parent with you when you're 16. So
Oh, interesting.
It's like a normal thing.
yeah.
Mary gets giddy as soon as she takes her sip, and like her hands go up to like cuff her ears as they elongate a bit. Is ready to head out. Any last words to say to each other?
My last words to you, Livi, is my status is now 31.
I live
Incredible.
in fear.
My
Fear.
status is 28.
I got 16, baby. Yeah.
I don't even think you're supposed to get to that number by the end of the adventure. We have
Hey,
so
we're
much
influential.
to do. Oh my goodness.
Listen, my status is only this high because they think I'm fucking the prince. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they think I'm a princess.
think?
So
Oh yeah.
No.
This 30 status is the minimum for sleeping with Sarastra. So
Oh
there
shit!
you go.
Oh my goodness.
I gotta grind those relationship points now.
What? You can't go down the whole family tree of the blood royals. That's not
No,
okay.
no, I need
Hey,
to.
I did.
God, why doesn't anyone else live in this world with us?
Okay. Anyway, ball. All right, I'm taking it away. No more words to each other. You're heading to the ball. All right. The lantern dragonettes are perched at the top of the white marble stairs and lift their heads as you approach. Their tarnished silvery scales shake, and the orange light of the dragons shines out like a beacon, parting the darkness and revealing a small courtyard with a fountain, a white tower, and stairs leading up past more armored footmen. Once up the second stairs, there's a long hallway filled with lantern light and so many doors. Laughter and music float from the far end of the hall, and a few servants bustle to and fro. Of course, many of you already recognize this area. Some of you have been here more than others, but this time, you are welcome. Lulen, the footman in his silvery armor, regards you in a very pleasing voice with a bit of echo in it. Ah, milady, much joy and welcome. You are invited by their majesties to enter the royal halls. Please, the courtiers will surely be delighted to meet you. How shall we announce you this evening?
It's Lulen.
legs Lulen, excuse you. Yeah, wrong one.
Are you sure?
You'll never know. Lulen will put on kind of like a tight smile and will reluctantly say we'll go with what the blind seer said because that's the most recent, and we'll be like Princess Lulen of the Grey Ladies.
All right, so as you give him your name, there's a fanfare that bursts forth from invisible trumpets that above your heads. Your name and the title, Princess Lulen of the Grey Ladies, rings out. And a few servants come over. They seem like they're ready to dote on you. And as you begin to enter the hall proper, more than 40 guests kind of mingle in this great hall. Servants move among them, preparing the feast. Most of the guests are fae or elves of some type, but there are a few humans and a single figure that you notice that appears to be a cross between a giant insect of some kind and also a horned man dressed in red silks.
Akishigo!
It's Akishigo. He's on the murder list.
And you get the
poison
feeling
him.
that the horned man dressed in the red silks is not a member of the court. He looks very, very out of place. 3 demon dogs as well roam the hall, kind of slinking around under the tables. You can take a look around if you'd like, or continue forward, and notice whatever. Or do you feel comfortable continuing forward with what you know?
We'll have a look around. Why
Yeah,
not?
I guess you
Yes,
can
we
make a
can't.
perception or an investigation check. Perception is less likely that people will notice that you're trying to take in your surroundings. Investigation, they'll probably notice you squinting your eyes.
Lucky for me, they're the same role. So perception.
You're
Did you say
wearing
we're
a
all
veil.
rolling or just,
You're wearing a veil.
Whoever
I'm
would
wearing a
like
veil.
to. Obscuring your vision for fashion.
No one can see. You're wearing a veil.
Yeah, I'm wearing a veil. I cannot see.
Anyone else would like to make a perception or investigation check?
We're not in there yet.
No,
Yeah.
you are. Only Luling got announced. The rest of you, he just motions for you to follow.
Thank
No,
God.
please.
Wow.
No, please.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna say that this is true. If
You're distracted.
Aphelion's not saying anything and not looking anywhere, and his eyes are down, looking at his feet and the floor.
Guys,
Strand
we're
is
so
stressed
good
'cause
at
he
this.
doesn't have his armor.
I have the same perception as Strand.
As you continue forward, distracted by seeing this hall in grand splendor, actually decorated and full of people, you see some people kind of standing off to the sides, eyeing people around the room. Very lovely people. They regard you, seem to be kind of sizing you up, seeing if you would be interested in them. Do any of you meet their gaze to make eyes back towards any of those people?
If anyone's looking at me, I'm looking at them too.
Are you
Awkward. Everyone.
If you're gonna stare at Strand, he's just gonna stare right back. Okay.
Yeah, they're folks of every shape, size, gender, looking towards you. And when you meet their eyes, they start making bedroom eyes at you, a little smolder. Do you return these looks?
No, but I'll approach.
You'll approach.
Yeah.
It's worse. God, he's gonna have the fun bit. Fuck.
Okay, friend. Is it just a random person? Do you pick a specific? I can have you roll on the courtesan chart.
That sounds fun.
Just-
What do I have to do to do that?
Yay!
Okay, roll me a d8.
Okay. 8.
Holy shit! I hope that's the best one.
Oh,
The Black Prince.
It's not.
he was not officially a courtesan, but
But you got the Aphelion, baby.
Roll a d6. Actually, she refused.
Oh.
She would not be doing this. She refuses to speak with anyone with lower than 22 status. Actually,
Oh.
so
Got the best one, baby.
okay, yeah, she would talk to you. Beautiful. Okay.
How does he have so much game?
What do you mean?
Her minimum status is 15, so yeah, she would talk to you.
I'm just her type.
Yeah.
This is weird. I don't know.
You can nope out of this conversation at any time, my friend.
Okay.
Just let me know.
I'll
All
let
right.
you know.
So,
Nope.
across the room, you see a stunning Shadow Fae woman. Her entire ensemble speaks of water and waves as it is literally moving like an ebb and flow onto her body, sometimes revealing more, sometimes revealing less. She regards you and batters her eyelashes before, taking a few graceful steps towards you as you also begin approaching her. She moves quite smoothly as water does truly, for stepping up and letting you regard her first as she peers up at you.
Quite the outfit you got there.
Oh, thank you. Yours
Is it-
is less complicated, but that's okay. What made you want to go simple this evening?
Comfort, mostly.
Interesting. I hadn't considered that.
No? Is the water not comfortable?
Oh no, it feels lovely against my skin. Did you want to feel?
Sure.
She lifts her hand up and the water as well kind of against the underside of her forearm, it cascades down and then wraps around her wrist. Then she lifts up that wrist to you.
Ah, I'll take the hand, I guess. I'm so sorry. I apologize in advance. He does that thing where he takes the hand and he rubs the thumb over and then he kisses the hand.
Like up on her hand or
Well, I
at
thought
the
she
water?
lifted, her hand out towards
She
me,
did,
right?
she did. Exactly
yeah.
what you're picturing. Yeah.
Yes. And I'll be like, and I sort of lift my arms up kind of to show that I'm kind of soaking wet as well.
I knew it the second you said I do it. Oh, God.
I find your outfit choice very interesting, because I myself am a little
Wet?
permanently wet, yeah.
Well, I can't say I didn't notice, and it wasn't why I was looking at you to begin with.
Yeah?
But interesting. Do you have a story to go along with that?
Oh, yeah. Some years back, I crawled out of the river Styx. And,
Really?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Fascinating body of water to come out of.
Oh, yeah, just couldn't stay dead,
It sure is unfortunate. I've been to the surface before, and the water there, just lovely. That's why my dress and most of what I do is modeled after that water instead of the more putrid, no offense, that we have down here.
Oh, no offense taken.
I don't find it appalling,
Oh.
but what they have up there is just magnificent. Can't compare, but maybe you could show me some of its perks.
Well, it certainly has quite a few.
If you like this dress, then I must spoil a bit of the dinner for you. I am one of the dancers, and I think you'll like what I'll be wearing while I dance for you even more.
I look forward to seeing it.
As do I look forward to seeing you receiving me.
I'll be front and center.
Without another word, she turns around. Her heels clack. She walks away.
I watch her walk away,
Walk away.
and I return to the group. That was very weird. I think I had the wrong idea of who that person was.
Lulen lifts her veil up and goes, "What did you do? Huh?"
Oh, we're here to mingle with people, right? And she was just staring me down, so I approached. Apparently she's going to be doing a dance, and she wants me to see what she wears when she does it.
Aphelion
also
lifts
wants me to
his
show her
veil and
perk
looks up
for
at
the
you as
river
well. Aphelion looks up at you as well from underneath his veil, no longer looking at the floor, and his eyebrows are so up there.
We've been here for 5 minutes and you've already... Never mind.
What did I do?
Good job.
All right.
You hear some whispering about you as other people are talking about what just happened. And those of you who choose to listen in on that would know that Strand was just talking to Mora Moonwater.
Mora Moonwater.
Yeah.
Don't tell them your name. It leaves you mysterious and leaves them wanting more.
All of you have status high enough that when you approach the two servants that kind of bar your way into the final entryway. This beautiful shadow fae and a grinning goblin look up at you as they consult the list, and they say, yes. Follow this dragonette down the long hall and make sure to bow when you enter. They say, mostly regarding the two of you in the back. The feast is almost ready to begin. You follow her. And they open up a bottle that was just sitting on a small desk in front of them, and a small, tiny little sprite flies out and flies very, very close to your veil, Lulen, and then very quickly over to Aphelion's veil, like giving a very small nod to both of you. Are you okay?
Yes.
The goblin to Strand and Mary jerks his thumb over to a squire that is standing off to the side, who bows and is going to lead you two to your spots. The sprite is going to lead Lulen and Aphelion away. You guys are going to the same hall, the same room, but Aphelion and Lulen, you are led to the high table above the salt where the Fey lords and ladies are seated. They look you up and down once, then they return to their conversations, ignoring you. A servant steps forward with a basin and a towel. The lady next to you seems to be eating a bouquet of flowers. Your friends, Strand and Mary, are all seated farther down the table in a group. At the far end of the table sits the queen, surrounded by lantern dragonettes, sprites, and a cluster of servants. However, as you step forward and you are about to sit down in the seats that another servant has pulled out for you, Vestra raises her hand and beckons two of you closer.
Yeah, Lulen's been so fucking stiff ever since entering this hall specifically. Like, very mechanically walk over.
Aphelion follows close behind, like too close behind, like hiding behind Lulen close behind.
What the fuck is wrong? Never mind.
Aphelion doesn't say anything.
Talk to me all week, and now you're hiding behind me. Okay.
Aphelion, you don't see it, but Aphelion makes a really sad face.
As you approach, you're forced to actually pay attention to the seating arrangement that is happening at the head of this table. To Sarastra's right, it's Lancelot. To her left is the Black Prince.
Oh, fuck.
However, as you're approaching, her hand's still up, beckoning you closer. It almost feels like a string is tied around one of her fingers, attached to you as you're forced to inch closer with that mechanical walk. She turns her head to look at Svenk, says something, and a puff of purple mist. He is no longer seated beside her. Now another chair down.
I'm sorry.
She kicked him out of his seat.
Sorry.
That's so rude. It's just like you teleport one seat down.
You can make an insight check if you'd like to try and read the look on his face.
I'd love to.
Okay, that's a 22. I need to know. I need to know.
He doesn't have much color in his face, but it seems as though whatever little he had is just completely gone. His eyes widen. Just 1 degree, truly, as he's trying to mask it as well as he possibly can. But it's impossible. He feels entirely slighted. His hand is buried in his lap underneath the napkin, but you can see the napkin kind of pull as his fist is clenching. There, he bit haughtily now turns to a Fey lady sitting next to him. Now, he had an empty spot next to him, and you hear him... You hear him bark and say, "Out, banished." As soon as he says so, a couple of his bony boys come out from against the wall where they were standing. And
we love them.
And like come and pick up her chair and dump her.
My guy, that's ruder than what your stepmom did.
Funnier though.
She shoots up, and like her hair isn't truly, it's not, you know, hair like you would think. It's more of like flaps of some kind of growth, like skin-ish material on her head. It kind of flares up almost like insect wings as she seems very, very upset, about to blow up on him.
Cobra ass bitch.
He begins to stand up to, you know, say something back to her as she's opening her mouth to yell at him. But Sarastra, with her other hand, waves it, kind of rolling her eyes, and she poofs away as well. Strand and Mary, where you guys are sat down, you can see all of this happening. It's difficult to discern noises that aren't overly loud, but you were able to take witness of everything that's going on here.
How does Mary look? Is she taking notice?
Mary has
of
wide
this?
eyes. Yeah, she is like very interested in where Lulen and Aphelion are going, of course, especially Lulen.
Yeah, fuck Aphelion.
Mary stands up to give herself a little boost of height. It's still not noticeable compared to, you know, adults sitting heights, but she's standing instead of sitting in her chair on her tippy toes, trying to see over. And she looks back at her chair as if she's considering, you know, what if I got up on my knees so that I could see better?
I nod at her.
She nods back, like, oh, yes, he read my mind, and gets up on her knees so that she can try and peer over people's heads to be able to see what's going on, the commotion. Where's Lulen and Aphelion going?
Oh.
At that, though, some of the other Fae around kind of give her, you know, sideways glances, like, why is this child here?
Ignore them.
They kind of regard her ears, and they're like, oh, maybe it's just a different kind of Fae. You know, some Fae are small, but her mannerisms are a bit childish. But Aphelion and Lulen.
You bitch.
Me?
No.
That's what I thought. Yeah. She's the bitch, not you bitch.
He already had his seat open.
Not next to her. Right. So, oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Sarastra turns back to you, continuing to gesture forward, gestures to the chair, and it slides away from the table for you to sit in, Lulen.
Yeah. Lulen plays the part and does like a respectful little bow of what her station as a princess would be to the queen, and sits down in utter fucking silence.
Your arrival is later than would usually deem your station. He kind of murmurs, not looking at you.
Apologies, I'm still getting used to it.
Silly. You've been a princess your whole life.
Bombastic side
Tie-dye.
I meant, of course, getting back used to court etiquette since my brief away.
Surely you're excited then for one last little adventure, and then never leaving again, yes?
What in the white diamond?
I get that reference.
Again, bombastic side-eye. Yes, I am certainly excited for it.
Her voice is very, very different than what you remember from your last encounter with her during the signing of the contract. It's kind of sickly dipped wrapped in honey as Shivern finally looks at you with a small smile on her lips. Heard that you've made lovely, lovely relations about court already.
One does one's best.
Good job, darling. Living up to your station quite nicely.
Yeah, Lulen suppresses a fucking shudder. It doesn't come out physically. She doesn't respond. She just nods, fucking stunned by that term of endearment.
Hey, Aphelion, your chair, from how the lady stood up quite quickly, it's a bit cockeyed now. He doesn't pull it out for you. He just, after taking a breath, looks at you. You can see his throat as he swallows a bit nervously.
He's nervous?
There's some sweat beading at his forehead as he looks in your eyes for a moment, then looks away.
Aphelion, wide-eyed, hasn't said anything in 4 days. Oh, this is like a ping pong match, watching it jump from people to Sorry. He walks up. First he gives an appropriate bow to the table before sitting. He is not a princess, and so he cannot, I assume, sit down without saying greetings. So he will, with a very, quick, to himself, greetings, Her Celestial and Royal Majesty, Sarastra Aestrom, Queen of Night and Magic, is the Duchess of the Heavens, Countess of Thorn, Mistress of Air and Darkness, Lady of the Summer Palace, and Bride of Shadows. It is such an honor. And then he says, may I please take my seat? He is asking permission after the last time they had a conversation. And his voice is tired and it's trying to be strong. It's the first time you've heard him speak in 4 days. Tim?
Svenk opens his mouth to begin to say something to you, but Sarastra kind of barks a bit down the table at you.
Bark.
Yeah, she barks down the table at you. I got distracted reading that as it was scrolling. She barks down at you. Take your seat before I remove you. Enough.
Yep. He goes and he sits down, and quietly, as he's sitting down, he says, Svang.
He takes your hand under the table.
Oh.
Yanking it forcibly.
Okay.
Why? What do you think is gonna happen?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
You're fine? You're fine?
Go ahead. He can stab me. It's fine.
Yeah. He takes his nail and digs it into your hand, scraping down a few layers of skin, and then very quickly takes his thumb to look at it and look at the blood that's on it.
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
And you see the relief wash over his face, and before he can mask it, see that it's blue.
Thanks.
He does not take your hand back after. I feel like I have to say that.
It's fine. Aphelion puts his hand back in his lap and pretends like nothing happened.
You take 1 damage.
Oh, okay. It could have been worse.
Just to keep you guys' theme going back and forth.
Lulen fucking bombastic side-eyeing either side of her. What the fuck is going on over there? I can't even right now.
It's for a second, and now they're no longer holding hands.
Regards you dispassionately, only looking at you out of the corner of his eye. Hello. Glad you have made it.
Thank you for the warm welcome, Your Highness.
Of course. I tried to prepare the seat more in advance. Good to be ahead of these things, but...
Aphelion full-on flinches.
But sometimes unforeseeable circumstances arise.
Yes, quite. Sometimes you're just not in control of what's going to happen. It happens all the time.
He's solemnly not.
He's too busy with his boy claim.
All right. So, now that all of you have taken your seats, dishes begin to arrive quite immediately after these small interludes. You've even begun, like, the servants are like standing behind you with these dishes, waiting for Sarastro to be done speaking entirely. And they begin to come in an unending stream as soon as that, like, dam is burst forth. Each of these dishes are announced by a herald or servant. First coming up is a bell soup, then a snowflake soup, and a sparkling stew called goblin stew. Surely there's no goblin in it, though. That'd be strange, a goblin serving you goblin stew. Or is there? So let me know. Do you choose the stew or one of the other soups?
What does the Black Prince choose to eat? Please and thank you.
What does he choose?
Yeah.
For this course, he will be taking bell soup.
Okay. Aphelion will choose the snowflake soup. We're good.
Okay.
Sobbing. What you want me to go full send? You want me to full send it, Livi?
No, I just thought that's why you asked me. Jeez.
It is why I asked you. I'll go
And they were like, oh, never mind. I don't like that.
yeah, that's exactly what happened in my head. But then I was like, no, you know what? No, you're right. Bell soup, it's fine.
Jeez.
It's fine. Aphelion won't be able to taste it anyways. It'll probably taste like ash. It's fine.
What's everyone else picking?
Snowflake.
You
I
special
said
snowflake.
top of the session that I'd eat the fucking goblin one. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm a God's favorite princess of my word.
All right, and what do you feel like, Strand?
Snowflake soup.
All right, so everyone is partaking in some stew. Mary looks at you very unsure of what to order, Strand. I don't know what to get.
Neither do
What do
I,
you
if
think?
I'm being perfectly honest.
I mean, snowflake soup sounds pretty, but what is that?
I don't know. I assume it's probably just a bunch of snow in a bowl.
Oh, well, that sounds
That's
nice.
the only thing I could think of.
Okay, I'll have that then. Everyone around you very carefully enjoys their soup. And then as you finish this first course, your dishes begin to float away, but that taste remains there. All of your soups and stews were absolutely delicious,
Oh,
especially when you've been... the food here has been much, much better when you've been accustomed, in Coramel, a lot of rotten fruit and veggies. I keep saying that. You actually have proper food here.
Salads.
No sad salads. They are crisp and good salads, solid salads. But this food is absolutely exquisite. I feel like you didn't even taste when the star ate from the royal kitchen. You didn't get to taste any of it, really.
He's still not tasted it now.
But your body still, it lights up, and some of those memories seem to, refire in your brain. You're like, oh, good food. It's been a bit. Wait, no, I've never had it. What? It's a bit uncomfortable as you put those two things together.
Okay, gross.
Yeah, your dishes now float away, carried by invisible hands. Goblins and animal-headed servants step forward with pitchers of liquid, perhaps wine or water. The servants ask each diner, Queen's wine, King's cordial, or Prince's ale. We'll begin with Strand and Mary. As Mary looks from the servants to Strand, eyes flicking back and forth.
I asked the servant, are these drinks alcoholic?
Yes, as all will be.
Is there a chance that for her we could get one that's not alcoholic?
He kind of scrunches up his nose at the audacity. Excuse me.
You heard me. Is there a chance that we can get a non-alcoholic version for her?
She may decline, and we will bring her water.
Really?
He looks at her with disdain and some disgust.
Can I shoot my death mask at him?
Sure, yeah.
It's a DC 13 wisdom, or be frightened.
All right.
You would deny my child?
He's not. He's gonna serve her the alcohol. You just gave her alcohol. I don't see the problem. What's the
Oh,
difference?
Not
It is.
fucking scared of you.
He stands up a bit straighter and looks down at you. What is the purpose of this?
That's just my face. I look at Mary. How's she looking?
She has a bit of a grimace on her face, more awkward than anything. And she'll sit up straighter as you're looking at her. And the servant looks back towards her, like, what about the princess's drink?
That's my girl.
She does not. There are only 3 drinks. Well, then I'll have princess's water because she would be really mad if you didn't have any drink for her. So, princess's water, please. I do not think she would pick water as her drink.
She answered for herself, didn't she?
Huh? The princess is not choosing water.
Oh, you're talking about the princess.
You need to choose water.
Blood royals have their own drink. It is important
Strand
what
is so
drink you
confused.
choose. It shows your allegiance to the blood royal family. So it is very bad for you to pick water. I should not have to explain this. This is awful. I am leaving no drinks for you.
Does Mary look bummed out?
Yeah, the servant doesn't move away immediately. He kind of says that and then just like stares at you for another second more for you to like almost like it's a threat. Like you say now, you make your decision now, or I'm walking away.
Very well. I'll have a king's cordial. She'll have whatever she asks for. What would you like, Mary?
Queen's wine.
And there you have it.
He will silently nod and pour you to your drinks. Aphelion,
Yeah.
what will you say?
Oh, the Princess Ale. What's the prince getting, first of all? But
He's
second of
also
all,
getting his ale.
Good. Cool. Thanks.
What are you drinking, Lulen?
I'm bummed that I don't have my no. Yeah, I think Lulen's also going to get the prince's ale because yes, I am.
No, you're allowed.
Because I'm not doing the other fucking 2. Maybe if Sarashtra did her job properly and sorted me out my own drink, this wouldn't be an issue. But
What about the prince's mead, huh? The princess's mead. What's wrong with that?
it's the princess's strawberry daiquiri. Like, come on now.
Exactly.
But like as well, hey, you're not the only one who's meant to be working with the prince. We're gonna have to spend so much time together on this quest, which Sarashtra herself brought up. So, you know, I accidentally slighted him in stealing his seat. So, mending bridges.
Sarastra looks down as the servants pour all of your drinks of choice. There's no expression crosses her face as she, takes her glass in hand. For anyone drinks, she begins to stand like a series of mage hands pulling her very elegant, possibly over the top chair out a bit behind her. As she raises her goblet in the air, almost a magical sudden hush falls over the entire hall and even the adjacent hall. Begins to propose the first toast of the night. We greet our cousin, the River King, and his ambassadors, Lord Cheselfield and Lady Sorenix. We regret that young Lord Flax could not join us. We greet the fiery Lord Maruk and return the greetings of his masters, the Archdukes. And we welcome back home our Princess Lulen and her friends from far and wide. Welcome back home to our courts and to the Shadow Realm. And those of us who rule it. There is applause. And she gently sits back down, bit of a float on the way, raises her goblet one last time, and lifts it to take a sip of her queen's wine. Everyone, do you take a sip with the toast or defy it?
Sip. Gotta be on best behavior.
I will
Strand?
sip, but I want to
the
look
fucking
around
shadow
and see
realm.
if anybody doesn't. That is also in this room.
Ooh.
Yeah, go ahead and make an insight check.
Okay.
Very nice.
14.
Yeah, you look around and everyone lifts their cup to their lips. However, you can kind of see the glimmer of some magic, as it seems that some people are not truly doing it. Some are hiding behind just a few that you can catch.
Can I remember their faces for later?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, wonderful.
So, they might get a little hazy as you take a sip of your king's cordial. Go ahead and make a constitution save for me.
Oh no.
You fucked him. It's your fault.
Who? Oh, the king, of course.
Who? Which one?
All right, so you will take half of this time.
Oh no.
This alcohol, it burns on the way down. Your wheeze, feel a bit weak, and it immediately goes right to your head. You're gonna just take half of this poison damage. So I don't know if you
I have resistance to.
So you're gonna
I
take a
take 3
quarter of it.
Ooh.
I immediately look over at Mary. Is she okay?
Oh yeah, she happily has taken a sip of the queen's wine. Kind of smacks her tongue on the roof of her mouth and her lips, and nods, and takes another sip.
Leaves your mouth quite dry, don't it?
No, tastes like berries,
Oh.
but really sour, but sweet. I haven't had wine before.
Yeah.
Me?
Oh,
No, I meant me. Sorry, I was like, I don't know how to describe this. I haven't had one before.
wine.
Well,
wine.
what you described
Your
was
mouth
like
dry.
like a Capri Sun.
Yeah.
Capri Sun.
But it's fantasy world.
But, you feel a bit of a head rush. Some colors are starting to look a bit strange, more vibrant than usual. It's very interesting.
I take mushrooms. Oh, that's no fun. That's like 12 hours.
Are you okay? Do you not like it?
I'm fine. I just... King's cordial, huh?
Yep.
That makes sense. It's a bit strong. You made a good choice with the Queen's wine.
You want some?
Yeah, actually, I kind of do.
Okay,
Take a
trade.
sip.
No.
I don't think you should drink this one, Mary. This
What?
one's a bit... I took damage.
Let me try it.
No, this is gonna really hurt you. I'm telling you. I'm a hardy guy. This hurts me.
What do I get in this? What I'm sharing with you. Okay, fine.
Oh, bitch.
Okay, here you go. And she slides it over.
I slide it back.
Oh, you can try it.
Are you sure? I'm not being unfair?
No,
All right, I take a very small sip.
tastes lovely. If you like wine.
Adam does. I don't know about Strand.
Fair.
Oh, it does taste like berries. How'd they get this so sweet? Usually it's kind of bitter.
Nothing happens with the Prince's Ale either. It's a nice ale.
Yep.
It's just the King's Cordial, isn't it?
Yep.
That makes sense. The bitch probably
It does.
poisoned it.
Does anyone else in the room just die?
No.
If you have
Okay.
your allegiance to the king, I assume that's why we're anti that.
I gotta pick all of the stuff that is going to hurt me now
Okay.
out of defiance.
All right, so now the feast may begin. Servants bring in at least 20 dishes, so many it's impossible to see them all at one time or hear them announced. A wild boar reduction over lambs, stuffed with firebird eggs, and so forth. Your bowls and plates of blue glass are heaped high. Do you eat? Will you partake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the prince?
Oh, yes.
Okay, good. Thank you.
He's eating like he's starved.
Is it rude to speak while we're eating?
No, there's plenty of chit chat.
Oh, okay. Aphelion will eat at a normal pace and look over and be like, "Are you quite all right?"
Yes, I'm fine. And he will put more food in his mouth so he doesn't have to answer you anymore. All right,
Got
so
such great small talk partners either side of me.
We can talk over the prince if you'd like.
you guys are talking.
Aphelion's finally said anything.
Yeah.
Real quick, consider what you guys are eating for your second course. The wild boar, fresh lamb, lamprey pie, or stone goblets of fire wine.
Which one's the crazy?
He's having some wild boar,
Okay.
and
Okay. We're good then. Cool. Can I steal a firebird egg from him?
what?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Eat off of his plate. Come on.
No. You know what?
I love
No.
this. Do it. Do it. Do it.
We'll do the opposite. We'll do the opposite. I'll put an egg on his plate.
Oh, you're the provider.
Yeah. Lulen turns to like, fine, maybe we should broach that. What the fuck is going on with... No, never mind. I'm just going to eat in silence. It's ridiculous.
I was literally going to have him stab you with his fork if you tried to steal food off his plate.
I realized I had a feeling. I had a feeling. I had a feeling.
It's so funny. Every time you try to be romantic with this guy, he hurts you.
And Aphelion keeps coming back.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Strand gets it.
What?
He gets it.
Okay.
He gets it.
Hey.
Yes. Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you're able to eat your fill from all of these dishes, or none of them if you'd like, if you're not feeling up to it yet. You have many more courses to go. 4 more, in fact. So take your time. Get full.
Oh, I'm already full. That snowflake soup.
What are you
Still
eating? Oh, the snowflake soup. Okay.
I don't know. I'm just gonna really just pick through whatever's not meat and eat that.
Yeah, they are served fresh lamb at your table. It is brought out and carved at the table. Carved from a fresh lamb, a live animal, of course, that you hear essentially screaming in pain, calling out. And it somehow stays alive during this entire process, even as more chunks of it are removed. Some people take part in that at your table around Aphelion and Lulen as well. Mary looks absolutely nauseous at this, watching it happen with a blank, nauseous expression.
Strand is right there with her.
But as people are still eating this round of food,
That's what I assumed the fresh lamb was as well.
yeah, really, yeah, I was like, oh,
Because I was like, fresh lamb? That's the only description. It's probably a living sheep, right?
yeah. It's one of the ones that made me really nervous. There's some other really disturbing ones on here.
Oh,
But
it's totally fine.
all right. Suddenly, chit chat falls off as the roar from the fireplace increases till the flame's tall enough that a male elf steps out of it. Steps out of the fireplace, completely wreathed in flame. The ladies of the court applaud and shout, "Hargos, Hargos!" as he dances, leaping among the tables, barely avoiding, on point, as he avoids making a faux pas and stepping in any of these dishes, stepping on a still alive lamb. There's like little puffs of purple smoke every time he lands. Eventually, his dance does end with one final puff of smoke as he stands beside one of the ladies in waiting, and then he's gone after taking her hand, kissing it, one last puff of smoke, and he's gone. As soon as he gone, the silence that befell the fall leaves immediately as there's an uproar of people, excitedly chattering about the performance that they just witnessed. Listening around you, it's quite easy to tell that that was Hargos Enderin, the flame-cloaked consort of the court. He's always wearing that illusion of a cloak of fire, and he often goes shirtless around the court, much to the enjoyment of really anyone with eyes and interested in men.
So superficial.
Aphelion is looking. Respectfully.
Stop, you're gonna make someone jealous.
That's the point.
Oh no, and the Black
Mary
Prince shows
looking?
no sign of caring. Yeah, Mary watched. She clapped. She kind of like looked around as they were like chanting his name, and she was like almost shyly joining in, like, Hargos, Hargos, Hargos. Almost like she just wants to be included.
Oh.
When you join, she smiles at you and does a bit more confidently.
Good. Gotta train her confidence.
You hear a smaller lord near you, Strand, that is trying to whisper to the lord right next to you. They're whispering something about he's a junior at best. Can you believe that they let him be one of the 3 dances this year? He barely belongs at the court. You were promised 3 dances, and we've only seen 1.
Mm-hmm.
Very quickly, only a moment to breathe, really. Music begins playing quietly, and people continue talking, but their eyebrows kind of lift up, glancing around as if they're waiting, like they know it's coming. 3 dances, you've seen 1, another is coming. The anticipation.
The first one was fire, so this makes the next one tears.
I wonder who that is.
I wonder who that is indeed.
After the music has some time to steadily build, a second dancer appears in a cloud of mist. There's a quick shower of raindrops around her that soaks the lower table that she's begun her dance on. The lower table that you were sitting at, Strand and Mary.
Mm-hmm.
This dancer is Mora Moonwater, the rain-cloaked, a stunning shadow fae woman wearing a cloak of liquid water. The cloak swirls and disappears into fog. She dances in a watery garment of blue silk that's been meshed with piers and solid raindrops themselves that shimmer, something akin to mithril scales. She moves as smoothly as a stream, her hips swaying like a tide, and her dance seems to be directed. Well, every man in the room thinks it's directed at him. When the music stops, one of the elf visitors bows to her and presents a pink lily, hand shaking a bit as he's waiting for her to accept it. She smiles, but turns away and leaves the hall. But her head flicks back for a moment as she tries to catch. She sees just Strand's looking at her.
I look back, definitely. Gotta keep up the appearances.
Her hands go to her lips, hiding the smile behind them. You'd assume, at least.
I'm openly smiling back. Not like creepily, you know.
With her other hand, she makes a beckoning motion and then points upward before leaving the hall after her performance.
Is anybody else looking at me?
They were watching her. No, they're not really looking at you.
Good. Whew. Whew.
All right. Yeah.
Oh, she meant right now.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun dun.
Do people get up and like leave on occasion?
I mean, not really.
Everyone
but
seems to be staying put
sometimes, yeah, for the most part.
for the most part.
You do know that there will be, dances between like patrons later. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
for a bit more food. People are quieter in between that performance while they're eagerly awaiting the final one. Possibly the best one. Who doesn't leave the best for last? So after a few moments, you hear some muttering about how strange this is that she hasn't appeared yet. There's always a third dancer. Where's the third dancer? Finally, the Black Prince Fenk. His head jerks towards you, Lulen, and he says, "You need to go fetch her.
Excuse me?
Just go. She's upstairs. Her name's Ulara. Of the Seven Veils, you've heard of her, I'm sure. Just go fetch her."
Say please.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
Yeah, precisely.
Aphelion has his head in his hands. These two dumbasses.
Please explain yourself. Do you believe you are higher station than I am?
Lulen looks at her seat and then at his.
He bristles, just sitting up straighter, his shoulders going up.
Fine. I will go get her as a favor to you. but I am most gracious. Lulen will stand and will fucking leave.
Can Aphelion tap you on the shoulder with a mage hand suddenly?
I'll turn and look.
Aphelion gives you the saddest, like, puppy dog eyes of like, are you really trying to make him mad right now? You're leaving me with him.
Point as I'm walking away and go, he provoked me.
He shoos you away, Aphelion, and
He's gonna
go
stab
with
you
her.
again.
Go with her.
Okay. Of course, Swank.
He
Of course.
hisses to you, bring her back or she will be dead.
Okay. Aphelion gives a like weird little bow. It's gay. It's nothing like the bow he gave Sarastra. Bend and snap, flirtatious. Gotta keep up appearances. Winks and then turns around. And
Oh my god.
he's just made himself a fucking clown, but his face is like dead serious. It's time.
At your table, Strand, Mary pipes up, oh, they're leaving.
They are. Should we follow them?
Yes.
Okay. Strand, so relieved, gets up.
Mary goes under the table and then pops up so she can hold your hand, like much to the dismay of everyone around you.
Apologies, we will return.
Maybe.
And I head off.
Maybe.
Was that Mary saying maybe?
Yes.
I chuckle a little as we go.
Yeah. All right. So you are heading up.
Hey guys, where are we going?
Aphelion, you're what the fuck?
I was told to follow you, and if I didn't follow you and bring you back, you probably wouldn't come back alive.
Oh, how thoughtful of your companion.
Aphelion waves a hand and is like, he's unintentionally showing off the fact that like there's this like long scratch on his hand, but is like,
I don't want any part in. Lulen does like a hand gesture.
Oh, by the way, Aphelion,
yeah,
the woman that Strand was talking to, Maura Moonwater, you recognize her as that.
the bitch who tried to get in a fight with me.
I mean, did she try and get you broke into her room to get to see the prince? That lady. I mean, she doesn't know it was you because you were a shadow, but
Hell yeah, that's
yeah,
funny.
she's that mermaid lady. Yeah,
Cool. I know where her room is. It's fine.
you do. I remembered that because you guys are heading to the room right next to hers, actually, where the other dancer's room is.
Oh shit! Imagine if we went one more door over.
I know, wild.
I don't know where her room is.
Yeah. All right, so you head upstairs. Just kind of guessing. You head past the Black Prince's room to, he offhandedly mentioned, just go to where the private apartments are. This is actually the same area that Princess Lulen's room is in as well. When you get to that area of the castle, you have a sinking feeling which room you're supposed to be heading towards as you hear banging, like breaking, shattering sounds coming from inside.
Oh, hell yeah. Some ruckus. Let's go.
No.
I hope you get to kill something.
Me too.
Yeah, the door is shut.
Go knock.
I can just open it from the inside.
Knock on the door. Be courteous.
So can the person who's in there.
Exactly.
The breaking, the noises, the commotion halts. Hear a bit of a pitter patter, and then the door opens. In front of you, there's a shadow fae. She's dressed and like draped in different cloths. She seems lovely. Her makeup is wonderfully done, and off of her smoky eye, literal smoke comes off and like arcs around her head, really matching the very, fiery, pissed off expression that she has on her face as she scowls at all of you. Behind her, you see like there were silk banners and things and tapestries strewn about the room, but now they've been torn. Like her mirror has been upturned and has shattered on the ground from where she's like pulled her vanity down and a bit across the room as much as she could maybe manage. She looks at you, breathing a bit heavily, and I'm just like, what?
You're meant to be performing right now, unless you're not.
I refuse. No, I will not do the silly dances for him any longer.
For who?
For the first time, she looks at you and immediately, like, her face seems to flare up, more smoke coming off of her eyelids. She's like, You dare!
Oh, fuck. This is seriously about the Black Prince right now? I dare.
Does nobody
That's your
just
response?
Does nobody just dance for the fucking arts anymore? What the fuck is this?
Yeah, you don't have to do it for him.
Well, it wasn't, but it helped. You here, disgusting thing.
Oh, okay. He told me to, I'm actually really questioning who he was asking to come back alive at this moment in time. I'm here because I was told to be here by...
I'm sorry, he threatened me. He's going to have me killed if I don't do his will.
No, probably just me.
You need to sort out your relationship. What the fuck? That's not normal.
We're not. Listen, you know that I'm perpetuating the rumors to be petty.
It's still not normal.
Fuck, can I even say that?
You're not even pursuing him? What's wrong with you?
What?
He was pursuing me, thank you. But he hasn't seen me in months. And then I hear about you little floozy being seen around with him. The audacity!
Aphelion is gobsmacked.
My dear, for someone who can move on so quickly, he clearly isn't worth your time.
Yeah, let's go with that.
She gives Aphelion a side eye. What does that mean? Let's go with that.
It's much more complicated. I'm not trying to steal your man. I'm
not going down there until you explain every single little bit that you think is too complicated for my pretty little dancer brain to understand.
I don't think it's too complicated for your pretty little dancer brain to
You think
understand.
I'm pretty?
Obviously, like, you work at it, so of course you're pretty. Let's see. Aphelion, just zooming through it.
Well, I'm open to being a third. I mean, it's double the attention.
I don't think you could
I
handle
dance for the
being-
art of dance, like you were saying, but the attention helps.
The third in our relationship is a star. Please, can you...
I am a star.
No!
Lulu's gonna take a deep fucking sigh and move like between their line of sight.
Aphelion's voice cracks on it. He's like hysterical. He looks like he's 3 seconds away from crying.
Yeah. Lulen will then lift her veil and Jesus fucking Christ. Well, like, yeah, like, bat her eyes a little bit and go, now, come on. Being a third, that's only half the attention you deserve. And as well, why not look to someone who could match you in skill as well as appreciate you?
Are you propositioning me? Oh.
If it gets you to dance
princess?
downstairs, yes.
You'd like me to dance for you?
I would.
All right, so I'd be delighted. Technically, you should be rolling a persuasion check. So if you don't have a success on one already, here it is. Do you need one?
I do have a success on
Okay.
one. Oh, wait,
Just checking.
yes.
Okay, just checking. It's a DC 14.
A
so like,
performance I haven't had a success on yet.
yeah.
Aphelion turns to Strand, and he is crying now. But, like,
However,
hysterically.
speaking of Strand,
Mhm.
of course,
Someone else's door fucking opens.
yeah, someone else's door opens at the commotion. A certain Mora Moonwater, who's already like she's in a pale blue robe. She still has her makeup on, but the different like she had some body paint on herself as well to like add to the illusion of the water. That's been removed as she's comfy in her robe at least. She opens it and peers outside, a bit nosy at the commotion, but she sees Strand and smiles. Oh, you did make it.
Indeed, I did.
You took a bit, so I started, undressing. So if you wanted a private show, I don't think that's happening tonight. Unless you want something more natural.
Would it shock you to believe that I'm more into natural?
No, you seem the type.
Bombastic son.
Aphelion turns around. This is what it's like. Is this what it's like?
I think Aphelion and Strand recognize that, like, this is Lulen's performance persona. Like, she's doing this to get the fucking job done, and then it's like the slow turn.
And Mary's just standing there, and like,
Oh boy.
blinking.
What are the adults doing?
Aphelion is crying in the middle of this.
Wait, she does not approach you. She takes a step back, actually. like,
Who takes a step back?
Mary away from Aphelion, sobbing.
Yeah, that kind of checks out.
Why are they both like this? Why are we all like this? I thought we were gonna kill someone.
No, apparently not.
No.
Okay. Lara agrees to go down with you. She very quickly finishes getting ready. She agrees to go down with you.
Lulen offers her arm.
Oh my goodness, she takes it with a smirk.
Lulen points behind at Aphelion like, I'm only doing this because you're crying.
I'm gonna make him feel so bad.
As you guys walk down to the hall, she gives a bit of, chit chat, like in your ear, Lulen. She's talking about what her performance will be like. She's like, are you going to watch me?
These bitches. Noted. Writing
You
it
gonna
down.
watch me? No. No.
You don't-
Yeah, Lulen plays along and it's like, yes, of course.
Quite magical. My flames, I can control people who look into them. I mean, they enjoy it. Makes you feel a bit warm and tingly inside. I like it.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, she stops and like shoos you away, winking, and as she prepares her big entrance, you guys, you head back into your seats. Strand, are you staying upstairs? Are you?
I feel like I have committed a little bit too hard that I can't.
You can decline.
Well, I don't
Or
know
like
if I
as soon as the
can,
door
though.
shuts, be like, actually, I'm here to question you about the court.
Yeah.
Put your clothes back on.
Back on.
I don't know. I think she might kick me out if I do that.
You can always ask her after, or you can be like, I have a child with me, wait.
Use Mary. Like grab Mary, use her as a shield. What would you like to do? Just let me know.
It sucks because I really want to just go along and yes and all of it. I don't know who's watching Mary if I say yes to this person.
Hey, we can get Spank to move down one more seat.
Holy shit.
I'm gonna sit in his lap. I swear to God.
Oh my god. Mary, you should go with
Yes, and
Lulen.
Oh my
yes,
goodness.
and yes, and
She slowly nods and like turns around and runs off very quickly as soon as she decides, okay, this is happening.
She doesn't know. She doesn't know.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Mora Moonwater beckons you into her room and, magically shuts the door, and we will fade to black, I guess. She gives you a private show.
I never got your name.
Mora Moonwater.
More than water.
We're gonna fade to black.
Okay.
And if you would like to stop her and question her.
I kind of do, but I forgot. Immediately when I
You're so
started
distracted.
talking to her, I forgot the big question I wanted to ask, and I still don't remember what that question was.
Oh no. I think canonically, maybe you're just a bit distracted. It's okay.
He's a little flustered, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm making allies, guys.
Yeah.
Just like Aphelion.
This won't complicate things down the line at all, surely.
Yeah, you went into it, you thought with a ready head on your shoulders, but someone's into the water thing, so that's really cool.
I mean, not every day. Maybe it'll improve my status. I don't know.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, sleeping with...
Fab.
Yeah.
Partisans does increase your status.
It does, especially if they're high rank, which she is.
Oh, can I ask her some questions?
Totally, yeah.
Did you partake in the toast that we had down there?
I was preparing my performance. I wasn't in there while we were doing toasts.
Well, there goes my questions.
Oh,
We love that.
all right. Let's do our last dance real quick. All right. So once you... Oh, wait, yeah, you guys have to situate Mary.
I'd like to do something for the bits.
Okay.
The favor is coming.
Oh, it
Already?
wasn't going to be, I was going to go above his head.
Oh my god.
Go. No, holy shit.
I'm just trying to think of how to phrase it.
I need it.
Yeah. So, oh my god. I don't want Sarashta to perceive Mary, but she already knows Mary exists, so it's not too big of a...
Mary's safe on the contract, thank you.
Yeah. As we walk back and Yulara shoos us off, and I assume Mary catches up.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a bit of a show of like holding her hand as walking back, and then I'm going to message Sarashtra.
Oh.
You're gonna what?
I'm going to message Sarashtra.
Does not turn to look at you, but
Yeah, of
you
course
feel
not.
like the air shift, like you have her attention.
Again, gonna try sweet talking, gonna try playing the game. Fuck, doing this on so little sleep is not the play. We'll message and go, I seem to have lost my chaperone for, do I drop daughter? My dear ward here. I know it's a lot to ask, but would it be possible for you to arrange a seat for her near us? As Lulen puts on her most convincing warm smile towards her, even though she's not looking, but like, I assume she can perceive.
Perceive.
I'm asking her for something and being nice about it. It's a step in the right direction.
Sarastra slowly turns towards you. She's not able to move her legs much as she sits in kind of high-armed, almost throne seats. It's not as large as her actual one that you have seen, but it's just like a mini one, very small occasions. She turns her upper body towards you and says out loud, "Oh, bring the babe here," and beckons Mary towards her. Yeah! Mary glances up at you, a bit nervous, but Celestia
Squeeze her
smiles
hand.
sweetly over at her, and Mary, after a blip, smiles back and takes some steps towards the queen. Before stopping, and Celestia has to beckon her again. "I have a seat right here. It's been a while since I've had a youngling on my knee."
That's not the laugh we wanted, babes.
I'm sorry, did my signals get crossed? Celestia takes...
You know what? Right next to Lulen, it's perfect.
You
it's
asked the
fine.
big bad of our campaign to watch our child. This is expected.
Someone's fucking the water dancer, so
I I kind of just stumbled into this, guys, and I have to commit to it.
Yeah, that's like committing to the bit of Mary gets a royal seat for the rest of the meal.
Celestia holds out her hand for Mary to take, and Mary takes it without looking back at you again. And Celestia, with just that one hand and a couple mage hands, lifts Mary up into her lap, where she doesn't actually touch Celestia. Instead, she hovers just a little bit above her lap. But if you were not this close to her, there's no way you could tell.
Oh, you know what? Perfect. Even better. So...
The hall is completely silent.
Yeah.
As some with agape mouths look down the table to see Mary, a child half the complexion of the changelings, half the complexion of the bright walkers, not of this realm, as she nervously smiles down at them. Celestia raises a hand and runs just really her nails through Mary's hair. And Mary's face twinges with discomfort as these nails scratch her scalp. I guess we won't get to that last dance. We'll just end our session there.
I'm sobbing. I'm crying.
I'm so
I'm
sorry,
throwing up.
guys.